In needy streamer overload, one of the actions Ame can do is taking medications. If Ame takes the recommended dose, her stress level goes down, and her mental darkness also goes down slightly. But this game also lets you, as Pichon, make her overdose. If you do that, her stress level still goes down, but her mental darkness goes up. You can reduce Ame's stress right away. But if you keep relying on overdosing, you make her mental state worse over time. Here are the 5 medications Ame can take in a game. The first one is Depaz. Depaz is available from the beginning of the game. This one is based on benzodiazepines, often called benzos. Benzodiazepines are sedatives. They slow down brain activity and are used for things like anxiety, panic, insomnia, and seizures. That lines up with Depaz being the first stress-lowering option in the game. We can find it in real life with brand names like Valium, Xanax, or Ativan. If Ame took the recommended dose, she'll post things normally on her Twitter, saying things like how she took some medicine and is feeling much better. But when she overdoses, things get crazy. Overdosing on Depaz unlocks Breakdown Stream 1, titled Feeling Great. Before the stream, Ame's idea dialogue shows that she is exhausted, still craving follower growth, and deciding to take pills before going live. This indicates that she is not okay at that moment, but decides that by using the drugs, she will be functional enough to turn the breakdown into content. In this stream, K-Angel is acting weirdly energetic and unstable. She jokes about going outside, getting arrested, and streaming through the night. The title itself, Feeling Great, while the game shows that it is a breakdown stream, is an indication that even though her stress level goes down, it does not mean that Ame is okay. Also, on her Twitter, both K-Angel and Ame say things like, "Oops, I think I popped too many pills. Someone help me. I feel like I'm going crazy. My head hurts so bad I want to die. Why the was I born?" The second medication is Dilsum. Dilsum unlocks when Ame reaches 20 mental darkness. This is where the game starts showing progression. As Ame's mental state gets worse, stronger options become available. Dilsum appears to be dextromethorphan, also known as DXM. Dextromethorphan is normally used as a cough suppressant. It's a medicine that temporarily relieves cough, but when misused, it can affect perception and cause serious overdose effects, which is why the game uses it as a darker step after Depaz. We can find it in daily life in cough medicines that contain DXM, like Delsym, and Dilsum. The name in the game is basically just an anagram of Delsym. Taking the recommended dose, Ame will tweet things like how she used to take these every day, but stopped now since the withdrawal symptoms are awful, or that her throat was feeling a bit sore, but now all better after taking this. Normal stuff, and when she overdosed herself. I did it again, my throat hurts, and I can't stop coughing. How am I supposed to kiss Pichon like this? The third medication is Ambien. Ambien unlocks at 40 mental darkness. The name is most likely a reference to Ambien, also known as Zolpidem, which is a real sleep medication used for insomnia. It works by slowing activity in the brain to allow sleep. It is also known for serious, complex sleep behaviors, where people may do things while not fully awake and not remember them later. Real-life examples are Ambien, Adalimumab, Intermezzo, and Zolpidem. But Ambien is different from the earlier options. Unlike Depaz and Dilsum, Ambien does not really have a normal recommended dose. Using Ambien already acts like an overdose. That makes it feel like a turning point in the medication system. By this point, the game is no longer presenting medication as just a regular stress management option. It starts feeling more like Ame is already deep in the spiral. Also, the dialogues are the same as Depaz upon an overdose. But a Breakdown Stream 4 appears as one of the stream selections, titled Up and Down. This stream is basically an emotional whiplash. K-Angel starts overly cheerful, gets distracted, talks nonsense, then suddenly questions why she is streaming at all. She mentions feeling nauseous, worries about becoming a meme if she throws up on camera, swings into anger, then snaps back into performance mode. This stream is stronger than feeling great, as we can see by the persona that she showed is failing in real time. K-Angel is trying to keep the cute streamer mask on, but her body and mood are obviously not cooperating. It also has a viewer reaction where "please see a doctor" leads her back to thinking about pills, which worsens the situation. The next one is Magic Grass. Magic Grass unlocks at 60 mental darkness. This one is pretty obvious. Magic Grass is based on cannabis or marijuana, and just like Ambien, there is no regular dose from Magic Grass. Using it automatically gives stronger effects. It lowers stress, but it also increases mental darkness and impact. In real life, cannabis can affect mood, perception, memory, reaction time, and coordination. On the other hand, marijuana can affect thinking, memory, and learning. That's why in the game, overdosing on Magic Grass can also unlock certain stream ideas, which is important because it shows how the game connects Ame's substance use to her content. One of the streams is a breakdown stream 5, titled I Am Legend. Before the stream, K-Angel posts that the audience loves the internet angel, not the real Ame. She says no one understands her, then says she will stream with no wig, costume, or anything that hides her real identity as Ame. This is where the K-Angel persona gets stripped away. During the stream, Ame has no normal dialogue, and it is made of unique comments instead. Viewers react with shock, concern, excitement, lust, memes all at once. Some ask if she is smoking something, some say they're calling the police, some talk about clipping stream, and others still call her cute. Another stream that unlocks is Nerd Talk 4, titled A Highly Recommended Movie. This one is less explosive than I Am Legend, but what makes this stream interesting is that it is not a full public collapse like before. It is placed on her Nerd Talk, so it looks like a normal casual content stream. K-Angel is supposed to be talking about media, movies, and nerd culture, but the idea shifts into something much more personal, something like easy pleasure, dependence, and the fear that normal happiness stops feeling satisfying once the brain gets used as stronger stimulation. This stream shows how substance use can get disguised as normal content. It is less dramatic, but that's the point. Not every part of the spiral looks like a meltdown. Sometimes it just looks like a regular stream topic with a darker thought underneath. The title is also doing two things at once. On the surface, it is just a high joke because the stream is unlocked through Magic Grass. But underneath all of that, the stream is about how normal happiness can start feeling weaker when your brain gets used to feeling good too easily. The fifth and final medication is Magic Paper. It unlocks when Ame reaches 80 mental darkness, which already tells you where this item sits in the game's progression. This is not an early stress management option like DePass. By the time Magic Paper appears, Ame is already far into the darker side of the game. Using it lowers her stress a lot, but also increases her mental darkness and impact. Magic Paper is based on LSD, or lysergic acid diethylamide, also commonly called acid or blotter acid. The Magic Paper part is probably a reference to blotter paper, since LSD is often associated with small pieces of absorbent paper. The Drug Enforcement Administration, or the DEA, lists LSD as a potent hallucinogen and has other forms like blotter paper, sugar cubes, tablets, and liquid. It is a psychedelic and hallucinogen. The National Institute on Drug Abuse, or NIDA, also says psychedelic and dissociative drugs can temporarily alter mood, thoughts, and perceptions. That fits Magic Paper being the final, most reality-bending stage of Ame's drug progression. What makes Magic Paper different from the other medications is that it does not just affect stats. It starts changing the type of content that Ame can create. Earlier medications mostly connect to stress relief or breakdown streams, but Magic Paper pushes the game into religion, conspiracy theories, hallucinations, and breaking the fourth wall experience. It is basically the point where Ame's coping method turns into, I have seen God, and must now explain a universe to chat. Once Ame licks it, she begins experiencing intense hallucinations, and the whole world looks more vibrant and colorful. She does not care about the vague and somewhat terrifying visions that appear as long as she can enjoy the pleasure within hallucinations. The first major stream unlocked by Magic Paper is Angel Explains 5, titled Proof That God Exists. This is the final stream in the Angel Explains topic. Unlike other FIP streams, it requires a higher follower threshold. This stream is important because it connects Magic Paper to K-Angel's Internet Angel persona. Before this, K-Angel being an Internet Angel is mostly branding. She calls her viewers nerds, blesses them, acts cute, and performs the role of a comforting online idol. But in this stream, the angel persona becomes part of a religious argument. She talks about if there's an angel like her, that means there's God too. She's the proof that God exists. And just like how humans built the internet, the world was built by God too. She proposes a logical explanation as to why God must exist, and then talks about how doing good would bring salvation, and then there also must be a God out there to grant it to you. After that, she asks the viewers, what does it truly mean to do good? To which she answers, the closest thing would be to pursue your own happiness. In this stream, she believes that she is now an angel who serves God and branding K-Angel into one belief system. The Magic Paper effect makes her angel persona feel less like a performance and more like something she starts treating as real. The second major Magic Paper stream is Conspiracy Theory 4, titled I've Seen the Truth. This is where Magic Paper starts pushing the conspiracy route from internet content into personal revelation. Earlier conspiracy streams are more like weird online topics. Something like how the government is secretly turning us all into nerds. A rumor that 30 years from now, there will be a single government ruling the entire world and a mind control microchip implanted in the arm. But this fourth conspiracy theory stream here brings up the Akashic Records, a mystical concept described in the stream as something that contains all universal events, thoughts, and emotions. K-Angel says she saw the truth of all truths, then tells viewers that no matter how unbearable the truth gets, she will stay beside them as their guardian angel. This transforms her ordinary, here's a theory that I've found on the internet, into something more like I saw the truth and I will guide you through it. The next Magic Paper stream unlocked is Conspiracy Theory 5, titled The Truth. This stream is the escalation from the previous stream. In the last stream, K-Angel sounds like someone shaken by something she believes she just saw. And in this stream, she becomes much more certain. The idea dialogue moves into religious guilt, original sin, judgment, and the idea that humans are overdue for punishment. During the stream, K-Angel says she is not doing conspiracy theories anymore. She says she is giving the truth. She dismisses internet-based conspiracy facts as unreliable, then claims the real source as the universe and higher beings, basically gods. From there, she talks about how the Earth is doomed, natural disasters, wars, nuclear weapons, and humanity being destroyed by its own sins. After completing all 5 conspiracy theory streams, Magic Paper can unlock a special route connected to the Welcome to My Religion ending. The special stream is called The Light. Ahmed says she understands everything, remembers her original mission, wants to save the internet, and believes she met God. She says God told her that K-Angel is the only one capable of saving the internet from chaos. During this stream, K-Angel tells her viewers that the world will end soon, but promises to guide them. She connects war and internet fighting to overpopulation, then says peace would flourish if the population were reduced to 10% of what it is now. Most of the viewers are swayed by this invitation, and some of them even quit their jobs, claiming their lives no longer have meaning. Let there be peace on earth. Magic paper is also tied to the Rainbow Girl ending. Normally, the first 4 uses of magic paper unlock desktop log entries, and the 5th use can trigger Rainbow Girl. These logs show Ame's experience getting worse over time. The first log focuses on sensory distortion, things like wobbly vision, rainbows, time feeling stretched, patterns, colors, and objects seeming to move. The second log is more psychological. Ame describes intense euphoria, then becomes afraid of how good it feels. She worries that if happiness can be created so easily, it could break the normal reward system of life. The later logs become even stranger and more frightening. The third log turns a hallucinated rabbit into a reflection of Ame herself, and the fourth log collapses in a panic as she feels like something is watching her and repeatedly begs for help. By then, the fun part of magic paper has clearly turned into fear and loss of control. Rainbow Girl itself is where the game breaks the fourth wall. There is no normal stream title or comment section. K-Angel speaks directly toward the player, claims to know about herself, the player, and her world, then treats the player as a divine presence watching over her. The ending ends with K-Angel thanking God, meaning the player has basically become part of her delusion. The magic paper takes Ame's need for relief. K-Angels need to be worshipped, and the player's role as watcher, then blends all of it together.